All right. Hey, everybody, this is Speed Curves, and we are here today with the ETR group for the final round of the Rising Sun Cup. Today, it's going to be a really good one. It's an exciting day because we got a championship in two different classes to be crowned. And here's the best part. I just was notified that the two classes will be joined together today into one group on the track. So we're going to be racing for two different championships, a Lobby 1 and a Lobby 2 championship in one race. So that's going to be really exciting and a lot of fun to call. So I need to make sure I am on point with my championship standings for each lobby, which may be a bit of a challenge, but I'm going to do my best for you. So we are at the famous Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca today. And if you don't know already, this is a 2.24 mile circuit. It's extremely famous around the world for its turn, the corkscrew. And we're going to talk a little bit about today's racetrack. But before we do that, I just want to cover the drivers that are in the lobby and talk about where they are in the championship. So again, we have two different lobbies combined into one today, and it's going to make it for a lot of fun and a bit of a challenge for each driver because they will be battling each other even though they are racing for a different championship. So let's take a look at what I have here. And first of all, I'm going to cover the Lobby 1 Drivers Championship, and I'm only going to cover the top 5 because there's just so many drivers that it would take a lot of time. But let's cover the top 5 and their points. So Lobby 2 is going to be Roscoe P. Cotrain at 196 points. He is not here today, so I've been informed he can't make it. So he is going to be in major threat to lose that championship to his second place ETR Finkster at 174 points. So Finkster only down 22 points from the Roscoe Pico Train, who is not here today. In third place, the Clutch NL at 165 points. And fourth place, Half Blood Clot at 161 points. Followed by your fifth place driver in points for Lobby 2, ETR Mr. Magic at 156 points. Any one of these drivers can take home the championship today. So it's going to be interesting to see how they battle not only each other on track today, but they're going to be battling as well with the lobby drivers of Lobby 1. And it's quite possible that during the heat of a battle, you may not know if you're battling with a driver of Lobby 1 or a driver of Lobby 2, and that should definitely factor in to your race strategy while on track. So we will see how that pans out. And I think it's going to be really exciting. So let's take a look at Lobby 1 as well. And for Lobby 1, we have our first place driver, ART Sinster, at 220 points. And it looks like he's kind of got it sewed up today because he is in the lobby. He's on track today. And he is quite a bit ahead of the second place driver of ETR Warrior at 174 points. So again, ART Sinister, ART Sinister at 220, followed by ETR Warrior at 174. So that's about 56 points. My calculations are correct there. And then we're looking at Unseen Saint. Boy, we are getting ready to launch this race. I got to get started here, so we're going to come back to points. And again, we have a combined lobby. We're getting ready to start this thing. So I want to welcome all my viewers here today and hope you enjoy the racing. So here we go, Laguna Seca. And we are off. And I'm going to ride along with the Clutch NL to start this race off. And they race down into turn 1 at the Andretti hairpin, which is turn 2, and they're going to work their way through this. Probably second gear they're all going through. They've just had a qualifying session. I did not get to comment on the qualifying results, but Mr. Magic there getting a little bit off circuit and taking out a brake marker. Now this, you're going to see these brake markers on the side of the road. They are not going to be there for long because they are easily blown over just by the car going by. So I don't expect to see those brake markers in place long. So here we got Clutch in 4th place. And is he the first driver in his class? So he's a Lobby 2 driver. And it looks like the Unseen Saint is in 3rd. He's a Lobby 1, followed by ETR Warrior in 2nd, and 1st is Torn. So currently we got Clutch leading his class in 4th place. And I think that we may see a bit of a separation. Look at this, there's already battle going turn into the first lap of Finkster and Clutch going into the corkscrew, and as they come down into Rainy Curve, turn 9, already putting moves on each other, wasting no time as there's only 23 laps, which I can't really say only because that's quite a race. But the top 3 drivers of Lobby 1 probably looking to get away and clear any traffic that may be pressuring them from behind from Lobby 2. So far looking pretty good, guys. Everyone running down through one completed lap as they run down into turn 1 and down into the Andretti hairpin as they're going through now. Let's take a look at the front of this race. Has Unseen Saint made a mistake there? Let's jump on with ETR Warrior. And ETR Warrior is currently in 2nd, so we got a Nissan GTR up front and 2 more Nissans in 2nd and 3rd. And they are running down the track here into turn 6 as they are going to look, into turn 5 as they're looking up the hill into turn 6 where they will stare down the corkscrew, which is probably the most tricky corner on this circuit. And you can really win or lose the race in that corner with a gain or loss of time there. So we see Torrens moving up, first place Torrens moving up into the corkscrew as he's closely followed there by the 300ZX of Warrior. Now Warrior in a 300ZX, I do believe he started the season in a Subaru, so he has made a car change there, followed by the 3rd place Unseen Saint. So not a lot of change in positions here. Let's take a look back. A lot of racing to go here. Very early doors. Only finishing lap 2, starting lap 3. So we got Shaggy. We're going to take a look at him as he is still running that 928 with the British flag up on the hood there. The number 52 car. He's pretty much been in that car since the very beginning. So currently 9th place Shaggy as he runs down into turn 2, and we see Doppert now getting a little bit of contact there with Half Blood Clot, who is definitely in a new car this week. He ran, I'm pretty sure, the 920, no, he did run the 300ZX last week. So he's in a car swap for this week at Laguna. I think he's probably looking for a little more handling. That's probably why he went with the RX-7. And look at this, we got Finkster. We got Finkster putting a lot of pressure here on the driver in front of him. And they are making their way. That's quite a grouping here as they run through turn 5 and turn 6 up the hill into the corkscrew. Yeah, there's a bit of, you can hear the cars kind of coming together there. It looks like they are going to get through there. But a little metal on metal here as we see the top 3 starting to get away. So we're going to take a look at Finkster as he battles Clutch. This is quite the grouping of cars here. Extremely difficult to get through that whole section right there, which is Rainy Curve and turn 10. In a group like that, it's very sensitive. Your line, there's not a whole lot of race lines to get through there quickly, but they're doing really good here as we see at least 5-car group here as they complete lap 3 into lap 4, and Finkster, ETR Finkster, who's doing everything he can to get a good finish today, and is leading this group in 5th place, followed by Doppert, Shaggy, and it looks like Mr. Magic there. And looks like in the Mazda, well, there's quite a few cars here, folks. Really, really good racing. As they work their way around here through turn 4. And Clutch gets a little off circuit there. It's probably going to lose a 10th or 2. And the drivers behind him are going to try to capitalize on his mistakes. So again, looking at the standings here, it does seem that this is going to be really close to the end, as the drivers in this group here are all within earshot of each other in points. So you're definitely going to see a battle on track here, which is going to affect the outcome of this race and this series, and we will crown the champion at the end of today in both Lobby 1 and Lobby 2. And I have a very special guest that has just joined me in the lobby here in the commentator's booth that many of you may know. He has made quite a name for himself in other racing series and done a bit of commentating himself too. I want to welcome him today, F20R Gump, into the broadcasting booth with me. You know, it's been no shortage of battles and action in this, as we see Clutch in 4th place, highly pressured by Finkster in 5th place. As these two Nissans are going at it, they are right there with each other in the points. And, you know, just before you came into the commentator's booth here, I was just making a few comments on how close this racing has been, and that the battle for the championship is right there for about 5 drivers. So again, you can see how closely the battle is happening here, and it's really exciting. So you've really joined me at a great moment here where you can enjoy some of this racing as well. Absolutely, you don't want to get off there, because that's going to be a bit of a challenge there to regain your composure. So let's take a quick look at the top 3. Again, we went through the points before the start of the race, and ART Sinster really kind of feeling like he probably has this one wrapped up, even though he is not here today. He's so far ahead, I don't see anyone really being able to catch him. So it really looks like it's a battle for second. So we got ETR Warrior and the Unseen Saint, who are currently battling each other in 2nd and 3rd place. So both of them in Nissan 300ZXs, and it looks like they are only 4 points difference, being led, of course, by ETR Warrior at 174, Unseen Saint at 170. So a 4-point difference, as Unseen Saint moving up into the corkscrew right on the back end of Warrior there, as really Torrance is just kind of enjoying, you know, he's out just to win it, really has nothing to lose. And these two drivers in 2nd and 3rd with everything to lose, so neither one of them want to lose touch with each other. Oh, absolutely, and this is a driver's championship that I think any driver in this series would really like to capture. It's more than just bragging rights. It's you know, it's a big confidence booster, and these cars are just a lot of fun. I would think this is probably one of the funnest driving championships because of the car selection in the Rising Sun Cup. There's so many cars to choose from, and the developers of the race series have done a really good job on matching the performance of the cars. Absolutely. Absolutely, but we see here, look at this, Unseen Saint, as I'm riding along with him, he has lost touch slightly with a few mistakes from Warrior. So Unseen Saint feeling the effects of trying to capture this championship. Warrior, nerves of steel. Looks like his car is really solid, hasn't made really any mistakes. And now he's still continuing to put pressure on Torrens, who really is just in it to win it with nothing to lose. Absolutely. So it's going to be exciting to see how this plays out today. I want to welcome a few more viewers that have joined the stream, and we just want everyone to know that today we are going to make a strong effort to answer any of the chat requests during the race. So if you have anything you want to say to the drivers, please reach out to us, and we are going to do our best to respond to you. Interactive Racing Lobby. As my assistant here is working frantically to try to get the chat up in the race lobby here. So I'm going to take a look at where we are with our Lobby 2 Drivers' Championship. Looks like Clutch still currently... Oh, he's got a big spin as I just brought into Clutch. Gets into a massive spin as he's going through turn 5. I do believe it was, but I don't know how I actually went off of this battle. There's so many cars involved here. It looks like 1, 2, 3, at least 5 cars in this battle. I mean, this is really where the best racing action is right now. So multiple drivers here in this battle for this championship. So again, we will check back on the Lobby 1 drivers, but you know, the championship probably already sewn up here. So this is really where it's going to be probably most interesting, as this Lobby 2 drivers here are battling for every point they can claw and scratch out. So again, the lead, look, we got ETR Warrior and Clutch. I'm sorry, looks like Mr. Magic and Clutch, 2 teammates in the pits. So they have taken their pit to probably hopefully clear themselves some track and put their head down coming out of the pits. Absolutely. So let's take a look here. It looks like, so we've got Mr. NHR Doppert, who is currently leading the drivers. Of all the drivers in Lobby 2, he is going to be the one that is leading the race at the moment. What do you got? Well, can you give us any updates that you may have seen? I'm up here at the front. Well, that's good to know. I know that he and his teammate have been working together in a very nice way to maximize their team points and their individual points. But looks like Shaggy, who's currently in 5th place, followed by a half blood clot in 6th, because now Doppert has dropped into the pit, which would put Shaggy in the 928, car number 52, in 1st place for his class. So again, if you're just joining us, we have a combination of 2 classes today, 2 lobbies into 1, and so we have 2 drivers' championships that we will be crowning today in just these races. So again, right now, looks like Shaggy leading the Lobby 2 drivers in 5th place. Although he is not in a championship position to win, because he's looks like he's farther back in, I think, 8th place. So we're going to be looking at Finkster, Clutch, Half Blood Clot, and Mr. Magic today as they battle, and they're the ones that are closest in points. You know what? I've actually made comments on this several times. And my car of choice has been from the very beginning, race 1, the Nissan 300ZX Turbo. And I see a lot of people driving it, so I do believe that I have something, I got something right, because a lot of drivers in that car. Right. Understandable. I want to again remind all of our viewers today that we are monitoring the chat, so please, if you have a chance, send out a chat to us, maybe say a hello or ask a question. We will try to address you as quickly as possible in the broadcast today. So we're going to make this a little more interactive, at least that we are going to attempt to. So please send us a hello in the chat. As I am currently looking at Shaggy in first place, in overall first place, as he is leading the overall race, even though he is a Lobby 2 driver. Absolutely he is. I think he's doing a great job, though, as they work their way up through turn 5 into turn 6. This kink right here, this rotary engine Mazda is going to have a bit of an advantage through these handling sections. So as they come up through the corkscrew, I'm curious to see how these Nissans are going to hang with the better handling of the RX-7. As they all get through there really nicely, it looks like the Nissans are definitely holding their own. And Clutch just stretching out a 10th, maybe, or 2, as Finkster just ahead of him in 7th place. So again, all these drivers battling for position, clawing every point they can, because they know this Drivers' Championship is going to become really close. So Half Blood Clot, he's in really 4th place in the Drivers' Championship. He's down over 30 points, but because our first place driver isn't on track today, it's really anybody's race. Look at this. It's Mr. Magic making a move up the inside. He definitely sniffs it, and it looks like Blood Clot going wide. They're side by side as they come through turn 2 up into turn 3. Half Blood Clot's got the inside, though he should be able to hold him off. But Mr. Magic probably going to get on the gas early, as he's got a better racing line there, as it looks like a defensive move all around here from the RX-7 of Half Blood Clot. There it is. There's a move coming up the inside. Sorry to cut you off there, but moving up the inside from Mr. Magic as they race up the hill into turn 6, into the kink. You can't go through too wide here, folks. What's going to happen? they definitely showed their skill level there, as they were able to go side by side through a very fast kink up into the corkscrew and turn 7 and 8. So well done to both drivers, as Mr. Magic is trying to put the horsepower down going up that hill, because you know that Z has it over the rotary engine, but on the brakes into the corkscrew, it just was advantage Mazda. So we just received a message from some of our viewers that the co-commentator is not, the audio is not coming through. So maybe you can check your connection there. So again, ladies and gentlemen, we are running along with Half Blood Clot in 9th place. And it looks like currently ETR Finkster leading the group of Lobby 2 drivers in 6th place. And he is doing everything he can to hold this position, because he is running number 2 in points behind Roscoe Pico Train, who's not here today. So there's about 65 points up for grabs here today between the 2 races. So anything is possible. And we are back with you. Had to take a quick break there, check a couple connections, and everything looks good. So apologize for the small delay there. So here we got ETR. So we got ETR Finkster right behind Doppert and the Clutch, followed by Half Blood Clot, and then ETR Mr. Magic. So there's your top drivers for the second lobby, but I want to, because they've taken a bit of a spread here, we want to jump up to the front of this thing and take a look at Torrens, who is leading the race for the Lobby 1 drivers. And Torrens not a championship contender because he's a bit farther down the rankings in the points, so it looks to me like Sinster, ART Sinster, is really the one that, and he's not here today. So again, it's going to look like Warrior here, who is all kinds of pressure right behind him. So Warrior has gotten around Torrens, who has led this race for quite a while. ETR Warrior has made a successful pass, and Unseen Saint now realizes he has got to put the screws on here because he does not want to fall behind, as Torrens is clearly not going to slow him down. However, he's got to get around Torrens if he wants to challenge Warrior. So these three battling, and we know that Torrens is not going to lay down, even though he is not in the points for this championship. He is not going to lay down as they run into the final corner here at turn 11. Torrens all over the back of Warrior. He's got that all-wheel drive acceleration. Is it going to help him out here on this straight as they come across start-finish line, running down through turn 1 into the Andretti hairpin? So Unseen Saint now, oh yeah, he's seeing these two get into each other just slightly there. It's probably giving him a small opportunity to kind of maybe show somebody a wheel here, but he gets offline there slightly. Unseen Saint not able to put a move on either one of these two drivers in front of him. So ETR Warrior, nerves of steel as he works his way through that really tricky section there of turn 3 and 4. As they're coming down now into turn 5, if you got to get a solid drive here. Use all that positive camber to get this hill underneath the bridge where they get to this kink. This is really a one-line racing section through here. Although we did see some drivers a few laps ago get through there too wide. I was a bit surprised they made it, but was really fun to watch. As they come up into the corkscrew, Warrior. Oh, he gets into, Warrior has a bit of a love tap there from Torrens. Torrens gets sideways. It looks like he's completely gotten sideways. Lost control, but did a great job to recover, but has cost him a position. And Unseen Saint needs no second invitation to get right back in it. So this has given Unseen Saint the opportunity he was looking for. And now he can try to run down Warrior and maybe capture a point back. Doesn't want to lose anything to Warrior because he knows that he's already down 4 points and cannot afford to surrender anymore. So Unseen Saint now going to push with everything he has to try to recover this position here from Warrior. So Torrens going a bit wide there, not able to make that corner, wasn't able to get it stopped. So just an update, I want to say thank you to my co-commentator who popped into the booth. I do understand that he was having some audio issues and some of the viewers were not able to hear him, so I want to apologize for any audio issues we had there. So back to the racing here. These three drivers battling it out at the front, 1, 2, and 3, Warrior, Unseen Saint, and Torrens. And let's take a look back at our second championship. And we are going to see where these guys are here. So Finkster still leading it in 5th place as ETR Demonic, a Lobby 1 racer, not currently in the points, running up in 4th place. But we got Finkster, who's in 5th, trying to defend his position from all the Lobby 2 drivers. And Doppert right there with them. Not a championship contender, but wants the race glory as they come down through the corkscrew into Rainy Curve, turn 9. Two Nissan 300ZX drivers here. As Finks are doing a really great job to promote his sponsors there. Two Gaming Addicts and NHR Doppert with his Hankook Tires sponsorship. Again, the overall series has a few sponsors, and it has been a really successful racing series for them. And let's take a look back. Where are the positions of the other drivers? So Clutch currently running in 7th. Did I miss a bit of racing action there? I must go back to Finkster. And looks like Doppert has got around Finkster, so he's made a move on him. And Finkster has decided not to play. He knows that Doppert is not a championship contender. He wants this championship. He has allowed Doppert to put a move on him and has not retaliated because he knows that he is not a threat for the championship. I think it's probably a wise move there. And looking back, we're going to see Clutch and Mr. Magic in 7th and 8th place. And these are two teammates that are currently, let's see if I can pull up their team standings. I don't have it in front of me, but I know they're battling for the top team championship. Well, as we see them battling on track, coming down through Rainy Curve into turn 10. So Clutch NL with the advantages. We saw these two battle each other. I do believe it was at the Nuremberg GP track where Clutch had made a small mistake and surrendered the spot to his teammate. And ETR Mr. Magic getting on the gas a little earlier there and smoking the tires. So they do have a race behind them, Half-Blood Clot and RBHM Shaggy in the Porsche, followed by ETR Jello. Let's take a look at Jello and where he is on track. So he's also in the Nissan. He's running by himself at the moment in 11th place, followed by Misfits Wolf in 12th. So I haven't covered them too much yet because the racing's been so good at the front. But Misfits Wolf, who was in a Viper last week, now we see him in the, looks like the Acura NSX. So a vehicle change for him. And that's going to top our drivers today at 12 total drivers in this lobby. So Mr. Magic, going back to him, he is right there with his teammate in Clutch as they go up the hill into the very fast kink. It's turn 6. He falls back in line, probably well done, but the battle's going to be when they get to the top of the corkscrew, battle the brakes. Here we go. What's going to happen is Clutch getting a little sideways, and looks Mr. Magic has to take a dirt line to, which is he's gonna lose traction there. So took a dirt line to cut the corner, probably because he couldn't, trying to not hit his teammate, and slowed himself down. So a bit of a mistake there, as Clutch is going to not wait for him and clearly keep pushing. So the Drivers' Championship starting to take shape here as we are in lap 19 of 23. So about 4 laps to go. And I don't want to say it's predictable at this point because anything can happen. But some of these drivers are going to have to really start putting their heads down and putting together some flawless laps if they're going to make up some positions. So again, leading the race is ETR Warrior, who is also second place in points for Lobby 1, solidifying his campaign in this championship as he is, at the very least, wants to take home a second place trophy for the championship, but maybe mathematically not out of it if he can pull off the double win. I don't know. I'm not really sure if he can do that mathematically, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm sure the points will be released later today and a championship will be crowned. But we do have a bit of a battle here. Let's take a look back here at Torrens. So Torrens is right there in front of the Unseen Saint, and It looks like the Unseen Saint has a lot of work to do if he's going to do anything with Warrior. So Torrens nothing to lose. Once Race Glory was leading this race for quite a bit in the GTR Nissan. But looks like Unseen Saint is right there with him. He's putting pressure on him. Is he going to put a move on? This is a very quick line through turns 3 and 4. If it's going to happen, it's probably going to be up into the corkscrew in the braking zone. But let's follow along with these two and see how he decides to attack. As Warrior just riding off in the distance there. And look at this, Unseen Saint knows that he's got Torrens defending the inside, so Torrens moving back across them to cover that line as they come up into this kink here. I don't see anything happening, but I think what we're going to see is a potential move for Unseen Saint. He's going to put the power down up the hill into the corkscrew. This is a really good spot to make a move. Is it going to happen? He's about a tenth or two back. He's getting really sideways going up into the corkscrew. Not close enough though, folks, as he gets the power down coming out of the corkscrew into Rainy Curve. This is going to be advantage of the GTR possibly due to the horsepower, or I'm sorry, due to the handling characteristics. Nonetheless, Unseen Saint not going to let him get away. Okay, so again, I want to remind any of the viewers to go ahead and make a comment. We are monitoring that. We'd love to respond to you. If there's anything you want to see or say, please reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you. So, laps winding down here at race 1 at Laguna. Currently on lap 21 of 23, so we got about 2.5 laps to go. And ETR Warrior still leading this race from the front and second place in points, so doing everything he can to maximize his position in the final standings today. Won't know until after the second race at VIR. But Torrens playing spoiler for Unseen Saint. Understandable when you're in a race, you don't want to affect the outcome of the championship, but at the same time you do. So understandable, Torrens not going to let anybody take a championship without earning it. He's putting his car in position and wants to get a podium today, clearly. So Unseen Saint again with his hands full as these top 3 drivers run around with about 2 laps to go. Let's take a look back. Where are we with our Lobby 2 drivers? So I think our first, we haven't talked a lot about Demonic. He's been running around by himself, but he is running around in that Subaru in 4th place overall position. And not a lot of traffic to deal with today, but we want to give a shout out to ETR Demonic. And looking back, we are going to see where Finkster is, as he is the one that is leading his class. Okay, so we're showing here ETR Finkster in 6th place as he continues to really kind of hold the line for his team and his championship position. And he really doesn't have a lot going on behind him. So Clutch, Mr. Magic, and Half Blood Clot, all who are battling for championship points today, not really able to really put a lot of pressure on this driver at the front. So Half Blood Clot looks like he's got a new livery out today, running around in his Mazda RX-7. But Shaggy's starting to make some progress on him from the back. Let's see how this kind of goes. He's about 7/10, I would say, back at the moment. So potentially he could put enough pressure to maybe influence a mistake from the Mazda driver. We'll see about that. as he circulates in his Mazda RX-7. I think Clutch in 7th place has, he's held off his teammate, Mr. Magic. Now again, they're teammates racing for team points, but I don't think either one of them want to lose to each other. It's the #1 rule in racing, never lose to your teammate. So I'm sure they're doing everything they can to battle each other and do everything they can to promote their sponsors in this series. One major sponsor of the series, Forza Comp GG, one of the newer sponsors that's come on board and been a start of a really good relationship between the drivers in the series and Forza Comp GG. So if you haven't checked it out yet, check out Forza Comp GG. And they are both running the Advan livery on their car. So not a lot of pressure from Half Blood Clot currently, who is in 9th place, as we are just about to complete this race. And I'm going to run up to the front to verify that Warrior is in position to take the checkered flag, as he has just, I believe he's just taken the checkered flag. Yes, he has. So we got ETR Warrior winning the race, ETR Torrance in 2nd, Unseen Saint in 3rd. So Warrior and the Warrior versus Saint battle of points has been advantage Warrior for this Lobby 1. And the Lobby 2, ETR Finkster, has crossed the line and taking the win for his class. So although he is a 6th place finisher overall, has taken the points. He has not taken the win. I take that back. Doppert has taken the win, but he is not a factor. So it's really 2nd place for ETR Finkster, and we are going to try to get an interview with our overall race winner, which is going to be ETR Warrior. So we will take a effort here to see if we can get him in the lobby. So again, folks, we've sent out an invite to ETR Warrior to join us in the broadcast booth. We're hoping that he can make it up here. We don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But it looks like we've had some success here. And as ETR Warrior, our race winner, has joined us in the commentator's booth, want to welcome him and say, first of all, have you included your audio for the stream? Okay, so here's our race winner, ETR Warrior. Congratulations on your Laguna Seca Race 1 win. A dominant performance today after early doors battling with the top 3 drivers. Tell us about your race today. We'd love to hear about it.
Yeah, really good actually. Very tough. It's pretty hot in my room, so I'm sweating a lot. But yeah, it's all fun and games.
So it looked like ETR Torrance really, as he led the race for quite a while there, you were able to, your consistency and your pressure, you were able to get by him. Was that something that was, I mean, I'm sure it wasn't easy to do.
No, he's a very good driver, one of the best. Yeah, it's just a waiting game really. You just wait your turn. And unfortunately, he had a little mishap. So I thought, yeah, it's my chance. Let's go for it.
Can you tell us a little bit about the Nissan GTR of your competitor versus your Fairlady? Where did you see on track the differences? What advantages did you have or disadvantages?
So yeah, going around the corners, a lot more stable, I reckon. On the straights, not so good. He did pull it for me a little bit, but we made up for it in the corners. So yeah, it was a win-win all round.
Excellent. Well, you did capture maximum points today for your championship efforts. I know you're currently in second place. I'm sure you will be vying for a race 2 win as much as you can to maximize your opportunities to capture a championship. So we want to wish you good luck in race 2, and thanks for joining us today in the commentator's booth.
Thank you ever so much. I just want to say thank you to my team and my sponsors. Thank you, everyone. See you again.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir, and we hope to see you again up in the commentator's booth again soon.
Thank you.
So there you have it, folks. ETR Warrior himself wanting to thank his sponsors and basically just told us how his race went. Consistency and constant pressure was really the key to victory for him today. And we know that his car was tuned such that he really, was able to maximize the performance. So good job to him. And we look forward to seeing what he can do from the back of the grid in race 2 at VIR. So we are about a 7-minute break. And again, I'm just going to look at the previous race standings and go through it. So ETR Warrior again taking the win, followed by ETR Torrens in second place. Not a championship factor as far as to win the championship, but has taken points away from the Unseen Saint, who is trying to win a championship. So with that said, Torrens has played a bit of a spoiler role, finishing second. So fourth place, ETR Demonic, followed by a fifth place, NHR Doppert, who is a Lobby 2 driver. So he's going to be the first finisher of the Lobby 2 drivers, followed by Finkster in sixth and Clutch in seventh. ETR Mr. Magic brings up eighth place, Half-Blood Clot in ninth, followed by the only Porsche 928 GTS in the lobby today of Shaggy. And ETR Jello, who we did not cover a lot today, and Misfits Wolf 12th. Didn't get to cover a lot of those two today. We hope to see them more in race 2 as they will be starting from the front. So we will probably ride along with one of those two in race 2 to see how they are able to defend some of the drivers behind them. So again, about a 5 to 7 minute break between races here. And want to remind and encourage anybody and everybody to join in the chat, and that would be great. So ETR Warrior, just did an interview with him, and we are getting reports from some of our drivers that his audio came through perfectly. So that's exciting. I know that we had some audio troubles with our co-commentator, Mr. F20R Gump, early in the race, so we'll have to see what we can do to not let that happen again in the future. But so far, good racing, and it's been really exciting. So we are going to have a final race in the ETR Rising Sun Cup coming up here shortly, and the track is going to be the famous VIR, Virginia International Raceway, but we are going to be using the South it's the VIR South configuration. It's 1.65 miles at 28 laps. So quite a few laps, 28 laps, but when you're talking 1.65 miles, it's not going to be a lot of time for each lap. But this is going to be a great race for two reasons. Points spread is very close, and the configuration of this track lends to both horsepower and handling, because there is a really long straightaway that comes down the start straight finish, which gives the horsepower cars quite the advantage there. But also, as you get through turns 2, 3, 4, there's a bit of handling, quite a bit of handling there, where the faster cars in the corners can make up some time. So it'd be curious to see if patience is going to be the key today, or if there is going to be a strategy of get by as quick as you can to put some daylight between you and your competitors. So we'll have to wait and see what the race strategy is. Looking forward to hopefully getting an interview with our race winner at the end of this race. I will not be predicting a championship winner because it is really anybody's race, and I don't want to put a commentator's curse on any of the drivers, although I don't believe in curses, but the old saying goes, so let's not put it out there. Any one of the drivers that we spoke of earlier can win this championship, so we will see how it goes. So I want to make sure I'm spectating, which I am now. I've had the misfortune of delaying a race in the past. So I want to cover some quick news for everybody. So I'm going to try to up my game with the commentating. I will be adding a camera for the commentating in the future, so we will have a small camera and the ability to do audio and visual for future broadcasts. So looking forward to that. And we hope to implement that change in our broadcast in the next couple weeks. So we do have a bit of a comment here I want to take a look at. Just give me a moment here. Yeah, so I got a really good comment here that I want to discuss. It's coming in from ETR Finkster. He basically says that he decided not to fight tonight with the driver that was in front of him, which was Doppert, because he just really wanted to stay ahead of the Advent boys. And I did believe at the time when he let him by that was probably his race strategy. So there he is confirming what we had been suspect during the broadcast, that he wasn't going to retaliate on that pass because he knew that Doppert was not a championship threat. So I'm going to have to say Finkster doing a really wise choice there and not fighting with the driver in front of him and taking home as many points as he can without surrendering any points to his championship competitor. So I want to say thanks for that great information that he has given us, and want to continue to encourage any one of our viewers today to make a comment and say hello. We'd love to respond to whatever you have to say. So we should be getting started. Everyone's checked up. I am spectating. Should be starting race 2 here. This is going to be a barn burner, folks, as it's the last race of the series, and there is going to be drivers doing everything they can to win it or bin it. Should be seeing some really close racing. And one of the great things about this series that we've seen is the drivers have done so well in racing side by side and braking points, acceleration points, keeping the racing so clean. It's not like a typical where you see some of these drivers going off the track and whatnot. So again, credit to the skill levels here, and we are starting this race right now. Get ready for a lot of fun, and this is going to be the final race of the day to decide the championship. Here we go. VIR, South Course. Going to be about 9 total turns as they start the race here. Again, we got one driver off in the grass, and we're going to go to the front here with Misfits Wolf as he did not get he's back in the Viper. Look at this. So he's switched from the NSX to the Viper, and we got a bit of a clattering going on between several drivers, but it's kind of expected as Mr. Magic gets a bit sideways there. A lot of drivers going through 2-3 wide here, and it's a very narrow track, so really hard to get 2-3 wide here cleanly, as we see the Misfits Wolf and his Viper already relegated about 5 spots, as the Unseen Saint has really moved up ahead. Has there been other driver car changes? Haven't seen here, but Misfits Wolf being relegated quickly to about mid-pack here. Is currently in 9th place as Unseen Saint, who is fighting for points and a championship with ETR Warrior, has made his way to 6th place already, as our first place driver of Shaggy trying to run away with this thing. But Unseen Saint, look at this, he's got it into the side panel, a little bit of another driver there. But I did hear some clattering of a few drivers, but it looks like everyone has come off Oak Tree, which is the last corner there, fairly nice, and I don't see any drivers off. So here we go, on board with Unseen Saint, hard on the brakes down into turn 1, as he is right behind Half Blood Clot. And it looks like, oh yeah, we got a couple drivers off there. One of the admin drivers off circuit. I don't know if that was Clutch or Mr. Magic. I'm going to go on board here. Yeah, look at this. And now we got a bit of, we got Jello, ETR Jello, losing the spot to Half Blood Clot, as now he's getting pressured by the other Nissan here. And it looks like Unseen Saint trying to make his way to the front, as our first place driver is got quite a lead there. Now Half Blood Clot extremely pressured here by Unseen Saint, who knows he has to make up not only a lot of positions, but he really needs to win this race if he's going to take this championship. So Half Blood Clot going a little wide there, but Unseen Saint trying to get on the gas, coming down into the start straight finish, and loss of traction there, not able to get into it. But now Finkster, the Lobby 1 leader, right up the inside, he needs to catch up and wants to win this race to solidify a championship, as he gets laid on the brakes up the inside to the outside of Half Blood Clot. Not sure how he was able to get through there unscathed. However, we got a beautiful onboard shot of these three drivers as they're battling on lap 3 here. And both of these drivers that we are seeing are trying to win the championship for their respective classes. So we got Lobby 1, ETR Finkster trying to take home a championship today, as well as the Unseen Saint, who is trying to fend off ETR Warrior and his lobby. So a battle to the end here. As we're looking back, we see Warrior in 7th place. So we know that Unseen Saint wants to get as much distance between him and Warrior as possible. And he's going to go take the long way around outside of Finkster, but Finkster, the German driver, is not going to let that happen, as Finkster gets a great run off that corner, and Unseen Saint's going to have to rethink his strategy here as he runs down this long start straight finish with not really having any kind of competitive advantage mechanically on the driver in front of him, as they are both in the Nissan. So Dopper, the race 1 winner, currently in 2nd place, has worked his way through a lot of traffic here, and we know that he is looking to try to get a race win and take home some glory, because he's not going to see a championship today, but he may see a race win. So looking back, we're going to go back to the proper camera view here. And ETR Finkster with Unseen Saint in 4th. And looks like Half Blood Clot in 5th. So I need to find out what has happened to Warrior. Did he take a pit? Yeah, I think he's taken a pit, because he has been relegated back to 12th place. And the Clutch is also in 13th. I don't know that they had it coming together. It's very possible. So the Clutch has made a vehicle car change from the Nissan to the Porsche 928. I'm going to assume this is a strategy, tactical move here, as the 928 has a lot of grunt going down the straightaway, and probably thought to himself, this is what I have to do to try to gain some kind of advantage, as he knows that he's a bit behind in the points to take a championship. So nothing to lose. I'd love to hear what he has to say after the end of the race, to see if we're correct in our thoughts there. So again, Clutch in 13th in the 928, and we have ETR Warrior fighting for a championship. Gonna have to claw back quite a few spots. Both places not going to cut it to win a championship, with his number 1 competitor, Unseen Saint, up at the front. So Mr. Magic, 9th place. We know that he has struggled a bit in race 1, has kind of a long shot to win the championship. Nonetheless, he's going to do everything he can to gather as much points today as possible, as he's currently running in 9th place. So up behind ETR Jello 41, who Jello 41 was starting at the front of the race today. He's number 1 or number 2 on the grid. Now looking at 7th place, doing everything he can to try to get his rhythm so that he can run consistent laps, as it looks like just in front of him is going to be ART Distinct, who we know is a very fast driver. Let's take a look here at the standings. So Distinct in 4th place at 124 points coming into today. So not a factor in the championship, but could play spoiler. He's definitely got the speed. He's got the speed to get up there and play spoiler. So if he's able to get himself in between ETR Warrior and the other driver, Unseen Saint, he's definitely going to be a factor in the championship. So ART Distinct now making a move up the inside into turn 1, so Half Blood Clot relegated a position there, as that Nissan GTR has the legs and acceleration as they work their way down the hill there into turn 3A and turn 3B. As this section here they're going through is turn 5. Actually, they're approaching turn 5 now. Very tricky technical track this is here at VIR today. So Doppert in 4th place, right behind Unseen Saint. Is Doppert making a move on the Saint as they go through that kink there? It looks like Doppert not able to effect a pass. However, it does appear that these, looks like 1, 2, at least 3 Nissans and an RX-7 here are going to make their run down the start straight. And the 2 Nissans, of the 306 Nissans, probably going to have a bit of advantage on the R34 there. And look at this, we see the Nissan GTR has that inside line on Doppert. He's going to try to put a completion on the pass attempt there with the all-wheel drive acceleration. I think it's going to happen, yeah, because we see Doppert moving off into the grass, and Unseen Saint now losing a position to Distinct. I have to say that is not going to be the plan, the racing plan of Unseen Saint. I know he's not happy about that. He needs everything he can to try to stay ahead of ETR Warrior. So again, 2 championships to be decided here today. Lobby 1 and Lobby 2, there's only 9 laps. I'm sorry, 8 laps of 28 completed here, so about a third of the way. A lot of action to go, still early doors, not even mid-race yet. As a lap here, such a short lap, about a minute 14, roughly, per lap. So, as we ride along here with ART Distinct, as he's a 17-year-old driver, so you know he's dabbled in karting in the past. He does live in the UK, so he's sponsored by the Asian Racing Team. That's where your ART comes from, and Drown Audio and Race Anywhere. So a 17-year-old driver in ART Distinct, not a factor in the overall championship, but may be a factor in the outcome based on his race finish today. So ETR Finkster in 2nd place knows that he has to stay ahead, and if he's able to stay ahead and maybe take a race win, he could potentially bring home a championship today, even because our 1st place driver in points is not here today, in Roscoe P. Cotrain. So the clutch, third in points here. Let's find out where he is on track. So the clutch is all the way back in 12th place in that 928. I think he's went with a bit of a gamble today driving that car, knowing that he had to do something. I don't know if it's paid off for him, because 12th place that's going to be tough to come back from. So, yes, he probably's taking a pit, and we'll have to wait and see if that is the reason why he's so far back. So I don't want to say that his gamble hasn't paid off. It's a bit early to tell. But Finkster, his closest competitor, running in second place. Half Blood Clot, where's he at on track? He is currently running just ahead of Clutch in 11th. And Mr. Magic in 6th place. So I'm not sure if Mr. Magic has taken a pit. But he is now, yes, he's in the pit. So there you go. Him, Mr. Magic in the pits. Followed by Jello, ETR Jello 41. And are they going to come out in front of some of the other drivers in their lobby that's taken a pit, such as Finkster? So a quick little fun fact for you. Paul Newman, who was an avid race car driver and enthusiast, had a few words to say about Virginia International Raceway. Back in the 70s when he used to compete in both amateur and professional competition, Paul Newman said, if there's a heaven on earth, it's VIR. So a really beloved track here, beautifully laid out. This really has everything you could want in a track. So it's a bit of a challenge for the drivers here today as we see them doing everything they can to try to conquer VIR. So back to the racing, Mr. Magic in 10th place. So he's exited the pits and he's found himself in 10th place. That is not going to give him an opportunity for a race win, I don't think. But when he's running against Finkster, that's his competitor here, who's currently, do we have a move here? It looks like we do have a move. So Finkster and Shaggy getting into each other. So Shaggy now putting a move on Finkster, as Finkster's already told us he doesn't want to get racy today. He's just trying to get as many points as he can, but he's got Lobby 1 drivers up behind him, putting pressure on him, and he doesn't want to surrender a lot of time to these drivers, but he also knows that he doesn't want to fight with them. So is he going to move over? I think on the straightaway, we're probably going to see him move over to the side, but I don't want to predict that for sure. As let's see how this plays out as they come up into the final corner here at Oak Tree. And Finkster looks like he's full gas. It has a real nice exit, but he's in the pits. So yeah, he's like, I'm not going to slow these guys up. So he's in the pits. Doppert also in the pits. And the question is the Lobby 2 drivers, are they going to come out ahead of him? As Demonic drives on by, he's a Lobby 1 racer. I have to see where Finkster is. Let's get along with Finkster here. As Finkster, look, now he's coming down. We see ETR Warrior coming down past the pit exit there. Now Finkster has come out of the pits. As it looks to me like he is the first driver of the Lobby 2. Yep, looks like he's the first driver there of the Lobby 2 drivers. So Finkster able to take a pit and come out ahead. So 13 of 28, less than, we don't even have halfway race distance here. And Torrens running off track a little bit there, stirring up a little bit, doing a little bit of mowing the grass. And we see another driver. It looks like one of the Advent Nissans was off there. Wasn't too egregious. I think he was able to get on back on circuit pretty quickly there. And now we have to check to see what's the progress of ETR Warrior and his progress on what he's been able to do with the Unseen Saint, who is currently in third. So we know Warrior, and look at this Unseen Saint right behind her. He's got a front row seat for Shaggy and Distinct as they battle in the Nissan and the Porsche. And Distinct not going to want to get too racy with these two, as he knows that a small mistake could cost him way too much time. He's going to probably want to tuck up in behind these two and just kind of wait for an opportunity to get cleanly past. So Unseen Saint wants to get a race finish here, would love to see a podium or even a race win, as he is right there in position for a race win. I don't know that he's pitted. How far back is Warrior, as Unseen Saint sees the driver in front of him duck into the pits, which is going to open up the track for him. So where's Warrior at? As Warrior is in 5th place, and he is just coming around Oak Tree now, and it looks like he's running down the start straight finish. So it's going to be really close, folks. Warrior looks like he may have enough gap to get in front of Unseen Saint as he exits the pit. So we're going to keep a very close eye here to see if Unseen Saint, who's currently in 2nd, is going to pit anytime soon, as we are 15 laps into this 28-lap race. Again, I want to welcome some more of the viewers that are watching the live stream and encourage all the viewers to jump in the chat and make a comment as we are monitoring that. As Unseen Saint has made quite a mistake there off circuit, that's definitely going to cost him. I know that he's feeling some pressure right now because ETR Warrior is not that far behind. So 2nd place Unseen Saint trying to regather his composure as he runs down the start straight finish line going into turn 1. So Misfits Wolf currently at the back of the group in 13th place in the Viper. Each race we have seen him be able to gain his consistency and composure on the track. Looks like he is not with any specific racing group. He's a privateer, so I think just being out here racing with some of these drivers is a really good experience for him as he runs through this 2nd race here. And Misfits Wolf, again, the Canadian driver, 33 years old, a former online drifter, but it's now completely into the circuit racing and loves to do the lap trials. He got an 89 Camaro, a 500 horsepower class 89 Camaro. So great little fun fact about him, and hopefully we can see some pictures sometime soon. So there you have it. Misfits Wolf, Clutch NL, still circulating in 11th place in that Porsche. Is he making some... Is he starting to clear that gap with ETR Mr. Magic in 10th place in front of him? It looks like Half Blood Clot has ducked. Nope, he has not ducked in the pits. He is now running side by side. He's going to get passed on this straightaway by that Nissan. And as we're viewing them running into the first turn, Half Blood Clot probably has the better braking ability, as Torns is ghosted. I'm not sure if that's lap traffic. Why we have Torns ghosted, I'm not totally sure. It might be lap traffic settings. So we'll have to, there maybe Torns has suffered to some extent possibly and taken a second pit. So that could be why he is what appears to be lap traffic. So Clutch, clearly, visually, you can see, look at this, Torns off circuit, making quite a mistake there, as Mr. Magic has been able to capitalize. And now we're having a group formed here, roughly 4 cars, 4 drivers, and the Clutch trying to push that 928 as much as he can because he wants to gain on these drivers in front of him. Has this gamble of switching cars to the 928. Is it going to pay off, as we see our 7th place driver here is going to be Dopper, and ETR Finkster has quite the gap, so I don't see a lot threatening ETR Finkster, but this group, there's a lot to see here. We're going to stay with them. As the 928 of Clutch, let's go on board here and see how this plays out. So no threats behind him at the moment, as Clutch is going, not the best part for his, but look at this, because Magic and Half-Blood Clot are battling, it opens the door for a pass on Mr. Magic, and now the 28, he's just gonna chuck it up the inside, and he's gonna do a block pass. Gets back on the gas, and with the power, he's gonna be able to out-accelerate that rotary engine of the RX-7 there, and he has the line blocked, so the RX-7 isn't able to capitalize on a handling advantage there, and you know he's going to run this inside line and not allow that RX-7 to get up the inside. As look at this, Clutch has definitely been able to use the power of that 928 and take a position here, currently in 9th place in that 928. So clever move there, knows the strength. But look at this, Half-Blood Clot not lying down in the Mazda and makes a move up the inside, but can't make it stick. I don't think he's going to go away though, folks. Half-Blood Clot really has the handling advantage. And now we see a lot of door-to-door action, metal on metal, as they are swapping paint, and Half-Blood Clot in it for the glory. Neither one of these drivers is probably going to take home a championship today, so they're racing for the glory, as the 928 has done a better job there of putting the power down, and Mr. Magic wants to clean up here. He's just hoping that these two drivers kind of run each other off the racing line so he can take maybe a advantage pass there, maybe two drivers at one. But it looks like the 928 here of Clutch has been able to put some distance between him and the Half-Blood Clot and Mr. Magic. So is Mr. Magic going to dive up the inside and move around to the outside of Half-Blood Clot? We're looking behind here of Clutch and getting a nice view of these two drivers battling, but it looks to me like it's going to take a few more corners for something to materialize there. So we're going to go back to the racing camera here and take a look up front as we have about 7 laps to go. Who's leading this race? ART Distinct. So again, our 17-year-old driver, ART Distinct, with a lead in the Nissan GTR. So ETR Demonic, been a bit of a boring race. He was race 1 in the Subaru, has made a change for this race, now in the Nissan GTR, currently running in 2nd place. Warrior in 3rd. Followed by the Unseen Saint in 4th. So here it has materialized. Has the off-track excursion of Unseen Saint cost him a position to ETR Warrior? They're both in the same car, in the Nissan. If things stay the same, folks, Unseen Saint is not going to be able to recover the points he was looking for, and will probably be relegated to a finishing overall position behind Warrior. So Unseen Saint running 4th place, and look at a big spin, a big slide as he's hard on the brakes, pushing that Nissan to the limits of traction, as we see a lot of tire smoke, this is really given ETR Finkster possibly an opportunity, as we see Demonic in the pits, and that is going to give the opportunity for some of the drivers behind him to gain a position or two. So Unseen Saint now in 3rd, but the problem is he's got Warrior in front of him, his really main competitor for today in the points, as Warrior probably has about 1.5, 1.8 second lead. Now we're gonna call that about a 2.5 second lead. So currently has the advantage between these Lobby 1 drivers. So Torrens in 7th place as we see a battle starting to develop here between these drivers. We got Demonic in 6th, Torrens in 7th, Bosun Nissan GTRs, followed by Doppert, a Lobby 2 driver, in 8th. And Half Blood Clot in 9th, Clutch NL in 10th, Mr. Magic in 11th. So as you can see, it appears that Finkster in 4th place has really capitalized on his Lobby 2 position as he is in overall 4th place. So if you don't know already, the Lobby 2 drivers are supposed to have a little bit less speed than the Lobby 1 drivers, which is what separates the two lobbies. But Finkster not showing any signs of being slow today. So here we are, about 5.5 laps to go here at the VIR, which is going to be probably about 7 minutes. And it looks to me like we're going to have to probably go back to 5th place of Shaggy, who's in the 928. We're trying to find a battle on track here. I'm going to pull up the track map, which will assist us. And definitely 9th, 10th, and 11th place, a close battle, as well as 6th and 7th between Torrens and Demonic. So let's take a look at these two GTRs as they battle. Neither one of these drivers going to win a championship today, but both of these drivers looking for bragging rights, and they never want to finish behind their another driver that's in their club. So they are going to battle to the very end as they are in equally matched cars. So right now, advantage Demonic in 6th over the 7th place Torrens. So Torrens, let's look at his bio here. He's 20 years old. He's from London, England. He's been racing FM7, which is Forza Motorsport 7, because he likes the fake race cars. And that's a great response for his bio. He is sponsored by Total Gaming Addicts. And we want to just give a shout out to his sponsors of Total Gaming Addicts today and thank them for their relationship and sponsorship with their driver today. So they definitely want to see him do everything they can to make a pass on Demonic. But again, Demonic not without sponsors. He's a 24-year-old driver from Devon, UK, and he's also a proud owner of a Hyundai 130N, which is, in his words, Hyundai's first true hot hatchback. So there you go. 24-year-old driver from the UK versus 20-year-old driver from the UK. Who is going to take the win here? Not the win, but who is going to win this battle as Demonic goes a little bit off circuit. Torrens moving around the outside as they come through this section of the track here. And I don't think that Torrens is going to want to make light work of this, as he has made an inside move. Now they're side by side moving through a very tricky section here up through turn 6 into turn 7. Torrens probably gonna he's got to fit the outside there, as is he gonna be able to put the power down he has as they come into Oak Tree. Yep, turn 8, and it's gonna be a drag race down the front. These two not giving an inch to each other. Door panel to door panel as they move their way down. Demonic with about a quarter car length on these two, as I think Torrens is probably going to make a move up the inside. We will see right here what happens. Into turn 1, Torrens settles back in behind Demonic and is just right there all over his back bumpers. I think the driver of Demonic and his cars maybe obstructed his race line, and he has been slightly off circuit there, so he has all the work to do over. So Torns probably a little upset with himself not being able to continue keeping the pressure on Demonic. So we're gonna have to check back and see the progress here, as we only have about 2.5 laps to go before this one is concluded and a racing champion is crowned. So looking at first place, Warrior looking to do a double between Laguna Seca and VIR, has been patient and consistent, and now is staring down a double win. However, ART Distinct, very capable of making sure that ETR Warrior does not pull off a double win. So he's got about 1.5 laps here to make his mark on the series, and probably, I would say Unseen Saint is probably praying for that opportunity for Distinct to get up into Warrior and cause a disrupted line. And once those two get into a battle, you know, that's really Unseen Saint's only opportunity to get himself back into this thing. So we're going to stay here as the laps wind down. We're going to see the white flag here shortly as Warrior comes across the start straight finish line and is shown the white flag with 1 lap to go. So here it is, lap 28 of 28. Warrior with the first place position, followed by Art Distinct, and in third place, Unseen Saint. So ART Distinct, I think he's going to try to make a move here if the opportunity presents itself. Looking back, we see Finkster has a sizable lead on his competitor, so he's going to walk away with a Lobby 2 advantage in points. But the race is right here, folks, and Distinct is almost in position to make a move, but the lap is running down quickly here. We're going to go on board with them. It's now or never, folks. There's only a few bends left, and Distinct has to get the power down on this Nissan GTR, or Warrior is going to take the checkered flag and take a win here as Distinct tries to get through it, but he's too far back, folks. He's not going to be able to do it, and the hopes of Unseen Saint are going to fall on deaf ears as we see Warrior going to come across, take the checkered flag, and the Unseen Saint, look at this, as it looks like Distinct has decided to not take the checkered flag yet, and maybe a mistake. I think he blew a tire. I think he has blown a tire. Car has been thrown off circuit there into the grass. So again, congratulations to ETR Warrior for taking the win. It looks to me like ART Distinct did take second place despite being hurled off the track there, followed by Unseen Saint. ETR Finkster taking the win for his class, followed by ETR Torns in 5th, and ETR Demonic in 6th. Shaggy 7th, Dopper in 8th, Half-Blood Clot in 9th, and Clutch not really going the way he was looking for it here in race 2 at VIR. The Clutch switching cars to that Porsche, and Mr. Magic taking 11th. So Jello 14th and 13th, and Misfits Wolf. So there you have it, folks. We are now going to try to get another interview with our double race winner, ETR Warrior. So let's see if we can do that now. And I also want to get a word with our Lobby 2 race winner. So we have been fortunate enough to see ETR Warrior join us in the broadcast booth. Again, he's 29 years old out of Bristol, UK. He has taken a double win today. and really showed his racecraft, and want to say thank you to him. Congratulations, ETR Warrior. Apparently he's just getting his mic hooked up there. So yes, ETR Warrior, are you with us? Excellent. Congratulations, a double race win today. Very well done. So we were just commenting. You're out of Bristol, UK, and we know a little bit about your history, your sponsorship, Total Gaming Addicts, 2 traders, and I know you've done them proud today with your finishes, and want to just hear what it was like for you and how you feel after taking 2 race wins. Absolutely. Well, there you have it, folks. He's worked up a sweat. It didn't come easy. If you can take a double race win without breaking a sweat, you might be unhuman. So congratulations to him. And if you have any last words you want to say, this is your chance. And thank you for being up here with us today. Absolutely. Thank you, sir, and good luck in the next racing series. We thoroughly enjoyed watching you and what you were able to do on the track today. So hope to see you again soon, and I don't know where you finish in the overall championship, but looking forward to seeing the points come out later on, maybe tonight, and so hopefully maybe you can celebrate with a top spot or maybe a second spot in this ETR Rising Sun Cup. So congratulations, sir. Absolutely, sir. Okay, we will catch you next time. So absolutely, there you have it, folks. ETR Warrior double race winner today. Man, a few words, but absolutely proud of his race wins today. And clearly, in his own words, he worked for it, worked himself up. So, yeah, it's been a great win. I'm going to try to see if I can get Mr. ETR Finkster in here. I just have gotten word, confirmation that Mr. Finkster has taken the Lobby 2 championship. I'm going to try to get him in the broadcast booth. Bear with me as I try to get Finkster in here. So we have just sent an invite to ETR Finkster. Let's see if we can get him in here. We have just got confirmation from our producer that he is potentially the championship driver for Lobby 2. So there he is, ETR Finkster. We just want to say congratulations on your racing today, and congratulations on a Lobby 2 championship in the Rising Sun Cup. ETR Finkster, are you with us?
I'm here. My audio is okay.
I can hear you as long as you have your include my audio box checked into the chat. We should be able to hear you. Have you included your audio? Okay. It's a little hard to hear you, but we can hear you. So congratulations on your championship, Lobby 2 championship in the ETR Rising Sun Cup. You battled through the whole series and have come out on top. How do you feel?
It's good. Especially after winning race one. It's been really fun, and I think would have been the way back to race with ETR after years.
Well, we thoroughly enjoyed the battles throughout the series. We know that there was a lot of battles with different drivers, and you were the one that was very consistent, probably most consistent. You were rewarded with your race finishes with this championship. So we look forward to seeing you in the future, and hopefully you can find a spot on your mantle for the championship trophy as you hoist that up from the Rising Sun Cup.
Yeah, we have to get a first, but maybe add it on the EPA and riders. Things that make this possible. I think the ETR really be a part of this.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, and thanks for joining us today. So there you have it, folks. You heard it right from the man himself, championship winner of the Rising Sun Cup in Lobby 2. It is. We have not found out the winner for the Lobby 1 ETR Rising Sun Cup, but we expect to find out a little bit later. So I have had a lot of fun. I want to say thank you to all the sponsors. And I've just received word that ETR Warrior is the champion of the Lobby 1. So we were fortunate enough to get a interview with him after each race, but I've just been informed by my producer that ETR Warrior has in fact won the Rising Sun Cup championship for Lobby 1. So congratulations to him. And that's exciting news. I wasn't able to tell him that during the interview, but I'm sure he will find out shortly. And the celebration, I'm sure, will be nothing short of amazing with him and his teammates tonight. I also wanted to say that I got a quick word from ETR Warrior that he was in a bit of a hurry. His crew chief and other racing engineers whisked him off to what is known as a championship party. So we appreciate every bit of time that he could give us up here. Congratulations to him. It's been fabulous in the racing booth. I've been fortunate enough to call most of the race series, with the exception of a race or two. And I want to say thank you to ETR, Rising Sun Cup promoters, producers, and everybody involved. And I also want to say thank you to all the sponsors that joined in over the course of the racing action. And the two traders, I don't know that I mentioned them earlier. I know they are a sponsor of a lot of the drivers, so I want to give them a shout out as well and give equal opportunity to all the sponsors. And if you're thinking about doing a sponsorship of any one of these drivers or any one of these series, I want to encourage you to do so, as we will do our best to get you the coverage and promote your products as much as possible here in the broadcast booth. So we love to see the relationships forged, and we believe that over time it's going to pay off for everybody. So again, and a really great racing championship took place here and finished here today at VIR. And want to congratulate ETR Finkster for the Lobby 2 championship and ETR Warrior, so both ETR club members taking the championship for this Rising Sun Cup. What is on the horizon? I don't know. I know there's something coming, but looking forward to whatever's in the future as far as racing series and possibly having an opportunity to come back. So thanks again to the ETR group, and thanks again to everyone who has watched and enjoyed the racing, and hopefully you've enjoyed it as much as I have. So with that said, Speed Curves here, and we are going to sign out and go try to get in with the celebrations of the championship drivers. So a lot going on down in the paddock. I can hear the crowd roaring, so we're going to get down there, and again, thanks for joining us, and we will see you again soon.